Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be entering another art contest. This art contest is by Berry Shake Draws. I will leave her link in the iCard for you to check her out if you want. So with that, let's get started with the video, shall we? So, this art contest has a prompt. The prompt is magic. So, one of the first things that I thought of was stars and space. But the thing is with space is that I don't want it to get too sci-fi, because space has a tendency to go really sci-fi really quick. So, in order to kind of like counteract that and make sure that I didn't go too space, was to establish a few things that, like, I wasn't going to include aliens, or that I wasn't going to include too much like UFO or like spaceship kind of imagery, because that really screams sci-fi. And since it's more of magic, and magic tends to go with more fantasy genres than sci-fi genres, I was going to try to stick more to stars specifically, but more of like space, like imagery with more of like the planets and stars side of space, and not as much of the rocket ships and aliens and that side of space imagery. So with that out of the way, here is my sketch that I am doing the line art for. As you can see, with the outfit, I mainly decided to keep more to the star imagery with her shirt. And I also gave her a little witch hat bracelet. I thought that would help keep things more to magic, because magic you also tend to think more of like witches and that sort of thing. But I didn't want to go too far in that direction, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just give her a bracelet that kind of sticks to that theme without having it go full on floating space witch. You can see that I also made this girl floating, because floating is also another main magic thing. Whether it's a fairy or just someone casting a spell, floating is something that is pretty magic-like and would be considered more magical. So here I am going in with the coloring. Now, the thing that was kind of annoying was that I apparently didn't erase all of the pencil that I had underneath my line art, because when I started doing the skin tone, the pencil just started merging with the marker color, and it just created a not so great color. I hid this a little with my lighting attempts. So, two things I did was I used a lighter pinkish color, especially with her hands, because that was where I was going to have stars be. And the stars would emulate light, and I was going to have the lighting be shown through her hands having like a lighter pinkish color. And I also did white gel pen for her face, and also that pinkish color again, just to try to show that things were actually being lit with these stars, and that lighting was actually there, and that it wasn't just like some fake plastic star, you know? So, then I started with the background. Now, the background I tried not to include as much line art for things, because I was going to try to go in with markers and colored pencils. However, one thing I didn't realize was that the markers were not going to show up as well on paper that already had markers on it. So I went to plan B, which was Posca pens. So here you could just see I'm using the Posca pens, and I went a little too heavy with the paint on one of the stars, so I had to come back and redo that one. But I also used some of the yellow colored pencil on her hands and her shoulders, just to try to show that there was still some lighting, because it kind of worked there, but not too great, so it worked enough for lighting. And I also decided to add some white gel pen to the smoke in the house, and that effect. And once everything was dry, I decided to peel off the washi tape that I had to have a cleaner border around my art. However, the washi tape was being a little bit annoying, because it was trying to peel off my paper. And if any of you know anything about washi tape, you know that the entire point of washi tape is so that the paper doesn't peel when you take it off, when you have a clean border there. So yeah, you can kind of see me struggling with that with some of these, so that was kind of annoying with using this washi tape. Because the thing is that I bought like a 5-pack of washi tape, so a lot of the washi tape I use in my videos all comes from that same package. And I never had any problems with, in some of my shorts, you might see I use gold washi tape a lot. I've never had a problem with that gold one. But with this one, it was just really being difficult. And I have no idea why. Because it's from that same package as the gold one, and the gold one was perfectly fine. But anyway, with that, the piece is done. Now I hope you all have a magnificent day. And if you did like this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. That'd be greatly appreciated. And with that, again, I hope you all have a magnificent day, and I will see you all later.